I'm Dara and today we're here in my kitchen and we're going to make some crackers. I love this recipe. It is so high in protein and fiber and has just proved to be such a gift. I gave bread up ages ago and have found this cracker recipe which is just absolutely delicious. So today we're going to learn how to make crackers. It is not difficult, actually quite simple. And the ingredient list and all that is going to be underneath the video and also in my blog, which is at daradeets.me. So let's get started. Crackers are absolutely delicious and so versatile. For these, this is a simple recipe, but like I said, high in fiber and protein. We're going to start with 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed, and that works a bit as a binder in this recipe. And then 30 grams of flax, which is about half a cup. That's unground flax. Then the almond flour, which it's also working as a binder in this and adds a delicious taste and some good protein to it. This is 60 grams or about a cup and a half cup. Then 120 grams each of chia seeds, sunflower seeds, and sesame seeds. And for the seasonings, I have found the basic recipe calls for just salt and pepper. And once you make it with the basic recipe, then you can add what seasonings you like or change it up a bit. Maybe add some chili powder or cumin or garlic, anything that you like, your favorite seasonings for it. Today I'm doing 1.5 teaspoons of pepper and 2 teaspoons of a seasoned salt, and then 2 teaspoons of garlic granules, actually. All right. You just mix all the dry ingredients together so that you get a good mix with that. And preheat your oven to 300 degrees. That was the bell that you just heard going off behind me. So once you get all your dry ingredients mixed well, then we're going to add 4 ounces of butter or margarine or whatever you like. But 4 ounces of fat is going to go in here. Okay, so for the liquid part of this, we're going to add 4 ounces of margarine or butter or whatever fat you want to use, and then 2 cups of boiling water. Now when you first put it in here, it is very liquidy and will need just a couple minutes for it to activate and thicken. The boiling water works to thicken all the chia seeds and the flax and all that good stuff so that you end up with a thick dough instead of a watery mess. Give it a couple more minutes. Let it get a little bit thicker before we spread it on the pan. Okay, what I have here is my large cookie sheet along with 2 of these silicone mats. These are great, nothing sticks to them. and they work really well. I need 2 of them to line this one. But if you don't have a silicone mat, then go ahead and use your parchment paper to line your cookie sheet with. You cannot put this straight on a regular pan. It will just stick and become a horrible mess. Our dough has thickened up, and we are now ready to put this on the pans and spread it around. The real trick to making the crackers is just getting it out here and spreading it out evenly over the whole area of the pans. This takes a few minutes. And it's just a matter of patiently moving the mass around until you get an even distribution on your pans. It's actually not hard to work with. I just work it around till I have an even layer of the mix spread over the entire bottom of the pan. Now, some people at this point would go ahead and use their pizza cutter and cut their slices now and get the pieces put together. I opt to do it after it's been cooking for 45 minutes and just before I flip them over. So this is just about ready to go in the oven. Alright, that's a pretty even distribution of all this, and it's now ready to go in the oven. Like I said, some people would take their pizza cutters at this point and just roll your pieces, and it makes them easier to break up later. I haven't done that, no problem with doing it. My option is to put it in, just let this cook, and the oven's at 300 degrees. And we're going to let this cook for 45 to 50 minutes. And at that point, I'm going to come in and slice it and then flip all the pieces over and let it cook another 15-20 minutes so that it gets good and crispy. All right, it's been about 45 minutes and the crackers have been cooking. What we're going to do now is we're just going to slice them into size and flip them over so that we get the moisture out of both sides. Pizza cutter works beautifully for this. They're still a little on the gooey side. The top is nice and drying out, but it's going to need another half hour or so in the oven. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just take all these little pieces and flip them over. And I could have made it easy on myself and flipped them over when I had larger pieces still and then just gone ahead and cut those, but I wasn't feeling that bright today. There we go, that's half of them. I know you can't see it, but the backs are really wet. So this is a very helpful step in just getting them all dried out so that all the moisture gets pulled out of them. You have nice crisp crackers. let's get these back in the oven for another half hour. When they're done, we'll let them cool completely, and then we'll put them in Ziploc bags to seal them up so that the humidity doesn't rehydrate. All right, they're finished. It's been a half hour additional in the oven, and then I let them cool on top of the stove. And these are nice and crisp and thick. Let's see if I can find one here. This is one in the middle. This is very crispy and crunchy. These are absolutely delicious and crunchy, and you can see how thick they are. They'll hold, you can mash an avocado on them. Because I put garlic in these, I would use them for savory. If you do them plain with just the salt and pepper, you can add a sweeter fruit topping to them. They'll take pretty much anything you want to do to them, and they're delicious all by themselves. A really good fruity way to use them is you can use your almond butter and then slice a banana onto it and put some grapes on there. Anything you can think of, these will work really well. And we're just going to package them in a Ziploc bag to keep the moisture from rehydrating them. And if you are a Weight Watchers points person, these are about 3 points a piece per cracker. So high in protein and fiber that it is definitely worth the points, and very satisfying and dense. Alright, and that is all there really is to it. Making your own crackers, and they are delicious, high fiber, and high protein.